Previously on Legacy.
We were being linked together, our minds, being linked together into one giant mind that he was going to take as this great monster, great weapon of war for him. You can just make out sort of vague shape moving in the tank. As you lift the lid, you can see your friend's face breaking the surface. Like, Adriel, help! Past the shoulders, they sort of merge into a giant mass of others.
I extend my hand as is to take probably the hand of Zacharias, but instead, and I just put the hand inside the liquid, and I try to electrocute them all to a quick and painful death.
So she has been looking for a thought virus that would spread throughout a network and basically just sort of erase any minds on it. One of the war criminals who created this virus was locked away in the prison there, who she ended up freeing in the hopes that they would take her to the fort, she could recapture it and broadcast it into the Prophet's network and just sort of scorched earth the thing.
So she's going to be taken to be executed, basically.
She's going to the penitent, her own probably execution, to be honest.
Do what you like with her, we've got everything we need.
I put my hand on your shoulder and I say, is there really no other way?
You don't need her knowledge anymore. I've got that. And frankly, my job in all this is to ensure that the relationship between our families is maintained. So, if this is going to maintain the relationship between our families, that is what I care about.
It will do that very well.
Well then.
Legacy, Life Among the Ruins, 2nd edition.
Session 3. Holy Static.
Over to, the Singulars. What's going on with them?
You mean the ones that are still alive on the transistors
Yeah.
tower?
Well, we don't know what's going on with the dead ones. I mean, that's a metaphysical question we don't have time for at the moment.
Yeah, we probably don't want to know. So I think first of all they are trying to recover. I assume they are somewhat recovered.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been. Let's say it's been a few days, weeks. Let's say it's been a week since the end of last session. Enough time for the expedition to the what's going to call it? Monasteries to return.
So the Singulars are doing what all the religions do. They are trying to spread.
Okay.
Proselytism is always necessary and good. So I think the Singulars as a whole are trying to. I don't know if it will be considered good manners to try to recruit some more people from the transistors, especially without the player being here. Yes, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to spread the word of the threat of the false prophet among the lands, and in the process get some new people into the good hands of the religion. So I think I'm going to send emissaries to the main cities and villages and spread the word of the coming doom, and try to tell them that the only way to save their souls is to join us.
Okay. Do you want to give me a reach roll?
Sure. That was a 10, but with a -1 is a 9.
Okay. So I'll say that you can get some people coming into your cult. They're hearing the words and such, but that's only happened because one of your allies helped you spread the word and helped point people towards you. Who was it?
I'm going to say that was the Justicars.
Okay. All right. So Ed, you get 1 treaty on the singulars.
Oh, cool.
I think you how many did you have already?
A lot. I have treaty on a lot of people. I just don't use it much.
Yeah, it's nice to have it. So, did you have a need for recruits, or just?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so this is enough to get rid of that, I'd say.
Good. So, do I gain now companions?
No, that's only when you have surpluses.
Okay.
But your mood does increase. So your family's mood is the balance between their surpluses and needs. So
not just the player's mood for having done something good.
No, I don't have the power to increase that. Maybe I do. I don't know.
You make us all very happy, James.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Plus 10 happiness. Yay. Productivity increased.
Okay, so now I only need leadership, land, and safety.
Okay.
I can think of one thing that would probably get you all of those.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so nice. You've got recruits with the help of the Justicars. People are starting to flood to your message. I mean, there's been a clear representation of like divine power in the world in the form of, you know, mecha tentacles taking control of a tower. And if you say you have the ability to fight against that, well, people are willing to listen. Especially if you have the moderators over there sort of lending you support.
Yep. This does not violate the EULA. You probably should join it. You probably agreed to that.
It is not against the law technically if you do. So
I mean, that's as good as an endorsement as they're going to give.
Yeah.
Right. So
I say we probably, one of the things I've kind of assumed they have a big push of like education and literacy, like one of the less glamorous branches of the
I think
order,
that's
just like walks around teaching people to read and teaches them stuff. So there's probably already a network in place to spread messages and propaganda.
Yeah, and actually that's one of the few things we do have. I do have a surplus culture, so teaching people, educating them in the ways of God and other stuff, less important, is also something we do.
What has Inquisitor Draco been up to over this time? These few weeks?
So what did we do? We went up to the monastery. So he would have filed the relevant reports, caught up on the latest gossip and intel, looked at the big board, I guess, handed whatever books he had out of the library back in and got new ones to read.
Nice. All right.
Said hello to his mates and then headed back out.
Okay.
Unless there was anything at the monastery that required his attention.
No, that's fine. Do you want to have found a new role in your family?
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. Yeah, sure, why not? I think that Draco has long been on the up and up within the Ranger Brotherhood community, and in recognition of his recent service, he's been raised to a leadership position.
Cool.
Within that branch.
All right. So you can either add 1 to sway or pick a new hunter move.
I think I'm going to, what's my sway at the moment? -1. I think I'm going to go with Hunter's Law.
Okie dokie.
Same that.
All right. So you've been put into a leadership position in the family to take on a blood hunt. Who are you hunting?
The Prophet.
Okay. Well, they're hiding in the very top floor of that tower. That's what you can tell from your big telescopes and such. And your... actually, you probably have diagnostics on network traffic. And it is mostly centred in that one place as a nexus.
If only we knew someone with a gyrocopter.
Well, you know who has one. Your friends at the Fountainhead Commerce League.
You have the chromiest vehicles.
Before we get to that part, I think Adriel visits you now that you have your new position.
My star is bigger and shinier.
She looks at it and she says, "Ooh, fancy."
Yes. I don't have. What's a stupid rank he can have?
Mod?
Yeah, moderator brother. Let's go. No, brother moderator. That has a better ring to it.
Nice.
Brother moderator Draco.
I see you're doing good for yourself, Draco.
Oh my! I've been doing this for a while now. My years of long service have been rewarded, especially my role in bringing the Commodore to justice. The secrets in her brain will be very valuable, I'm sure. She could describe something to do, if nothing else.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be very interesting, but there's something else I've been thinking. Another source of information we can use.
Oh?
There's a place known among our people where there is information stored from before the fall.
And why are you only just now making us aware of this?
Because I didn't know we will need it, but we obviously do. Also, it's not it's kind of a dangerous place. That's why I'm talking to you.
Right. Continue.
There's this there's a place called the Basilica.
Yes. Oh, yes. We know of it. I believe that has.
Actually, I got the name wrong. The Evangelica is the one I'm referring to. Yeah.
Oh, I
the
see.
Evangelica.
The Basilica's mine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. I was like, yeah.
Yes, we
You
heard
might
of
have
this.
heard of your house.
Yeah, we're all those old guys who maintain the old moderator chairs, sort of hang out.
Yeah. So the Evangelica, that's what I say. It's an ancient place of worship. In fact, it's the place where the first people of our religion came together to worship the god of the fall.
And you think there might be information still there from before the fall?
If there's if it's the only place where it could be.
It might contain the right kind of cyber-religious information we need to defeat this prophet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Maybe a way to protect our people from him. A way to weaken him.
Well, it certainly seems worth a look. And from where you're pointing on the map, it doesn't seem like it's very far from our current position.
No.
All right.
Yeah, I'm definitely up for taking a look and grab some of the other Justicars and we can head over.
Yeah, I will. I think I would appreciate that. Normally, we don't allow strangers, yes, to go inside. But I think this matter requires exceptional actions.
We'll do our best to respect your religion, as long as it's not illegal.
That's encouraging.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Cool. So you head over from. Well, where are you at the moment? Is this still the monastery?
Don't think we established that.
Yeah. Let's say you're back in the homeland. That seems fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. What are you hoping to do at the whatchamacallit? The Evangelica?
Basically to find out information about the prophet.
Okay.
And any way of stopping him?
Yeah, I have a move that that may apply if we do it. So.
Okay. Cool. Which one?
I was thinking one of my family moves. Just give me a second to find it. Called the faith of the fallen. When your family gains something that furthers their telnet, hold one, etc., etc.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you make your way across to the Evangelica, and it's one of the few buildings in the homeland that is completely new following the fall. It's not a repurposed ruin or anything. But these people were so moved by their faith that they generated a whole sprawling building, sort of quite ramshackle and DIY, around this one network terminal where the first communication was made. Lawrence, do you want to be a family a member of the Singulars at this place?
Sure.
Okay.
Alright, let's do a thing then. So leader, agent, rebel, outsider. I guess just agent.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're an expert in something.
Alright. Expert in the faith, I suppose.
Yeah, or the archives, maybe, of the faith.
Yeah, that's better.
Sounds good.
Let's have law 1, force -1, sway 0, steal 0.
Sounds good.
And from the 7th to 1 true faith. Okay, confessional. When you spend an hour preaching, one of your audience confesses something useful to you afterwards.
Nice.
And I'll go for masculine, wise. The idea of dead eyes. Let's just go for
They've gone square from staring at the monitor too long.
kind, body, compact, name, Yash.
Yash. Right. And did you pick a stat to boost?
Sorry.
It should
Explain.
be at the top of the current screen. You get +1 to a stat, sway or steal.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Oh yes. Okay. Steal is like
Quick thinking and
like-
survival.
yeah. Okay. Let's say steal.
Alright. Alright. Okay, so the two of you, I guess Adriel and Draco, arrive at the I keep forgetting his name. Evangelica, there we go. I keep wanting to say Basilica now. And Yash is there to meet you. Do you want to describe yourself?
Sure. He's quite a kind of a short, bent over old man, with a kind of a sort of scholarly demeanor and a kind of kind demeanor as well. Seems very accepting.
Apart from his dead eyes.
No, he doesn't have dead eyes.
Not that you can see, at least. Maybe has an
no dead eyes. No eyes for you. Yeah, he's got someone else's dead eyes. But,
Literally dead eyes.
That's probably illegal.
Depends how you got them, really.
I don't know why that'd be in the EULA. I mean,
well, the EULA specifically forbids proliferating nuclear weapons, so I don't see why it would.
All right.
Like guidelines. Yeah, and he's wearing kind of simple clothes and stuff. So.
All right. So you meet them at the entrance to the Evangelica.
Did I have word from them beforehand, or
are you turning up at Yash's cell to say hi?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've been here before in a pilgrimage, like most people from our religion do, and I've met you then probably.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Are there any specific rules about entering the sacred site? Like, do I have to take off my shoes, or cover or uncover my head, or blow in my Nintendo cartridge, or something like that?
Yes. That's the danger, right? You have to disconnect your firewalls from your mental connection.
Okay.
You have to let yourself be
open
to the connection with God.
This is against my better judgment, and it's probably illegal. But as a moderator brother, I'm allowed to do stuff like this. This is my mod privileges.
All right.
Like, do whatever it is you do to remove your mental firewall.
Yeah. So yeah, you do it, and almost immediately there's a feel like a sort of whispering, and like the sort of like the hairs rising on the back of your neck, like you're being watched, but nothing more than that.
And this is now that we are kind of on the outside. As we get deeper and deeper, well, weird shit will happen.
Yes. All right.
Brothers, it's probably best if you remain outside.
They do. So you enter in, and Brother Yash, you are there to greet them.
Ah, Brother Adriel. It's been a long time since I've seen you here, not since your student days.
Yeah, a long time has passed since then. Many things have changed for better and worse.
Well, gosh, I'm afraid I don't really get out of here very often. I don't really keep abreast. Who's your friend?
Hail, citizen.
This is
brother moderator Draco Kafka.
Gosh, Adriel, you do circulate in high company these days.
Yeah, I'm afraid I've been obliged to deal with really important matters for the faith. That's why I'm here. That's why he's here too.
Gosh, well, of course, anything I can do to help.
Yes, in fact, yes, very much. We need to access the ACK text. The ACK text are the first communication that was received from God by the first singulars, and that was never completely decrypted. So it was like the initial message, the acknowledged message, and it's supposed to hold all kind of like sacred information about the faith and God and all that, but it was never. They were never able to decrypt it.
Yeah,
But now
okay.
maybe we will.
A quick OC question.
Uh-huh.
What's the name of the person who was usurped by the prophet?
Ooh.
The
Like, who was
preview.
in charge beforehand?
Huh.
I don't think we've defined.
Some kind of religious name. I think it's going to be Leviticus.
Leviticus. All right.
Leviticus.
Leviticus. Yeah.
Okay. Certainly. I mean that's rather sensitive information. Have you received permission from Leviticus?
I think I take you like to a bar from Draco, and I take you by your shoulder and I say, "I'm afraid my father is not with us anymore.
Oh.
He has he has ascended into God, but not in a."
Whatever gesture it is that. Do they have a gesture? You know, like a crossing?
Yeah, we said something about that. I don't remember exactly what was. What it was.
Whatever that is.
The turning of the holy USB.
All right. That's great.
Yeah.
Right.
He was removed from the earth in a rather violent way, I'm afraid.
He blew
I
up.
see you give him all the.
How?
You give him the details of what's the weird tentacle stuff.
Yeah, all that.
Cool. Well, after all that, he's kind of very pale and shaken, and as well, of course, anything I can do to help, I certainly would like to bring back order and peace to the faith.
We must decrypt the ACK text. We have to find out what is there. It's the only hope we have to fight against the false prophet, and I cannot think of anyone better to do it, or to help at least than you.
Oh, by the way, Draco, while this conversation is happening, you're occasionally sort of catching glimpses of a figure in the corner of your eyes, made of static, just sort of standing there, hissing gently, but they're never quite there when you turn to look at them. Just so you know.
I don't feel a cable in the back of my neck, do I? And I'm going to surreptitiously check the people around me. To wave my hand around behind the back of their neck and they're not looking. Make sure there's not a cable.
Yeah, subtle.
Just the car stuff. No, you're clean. Carry on, citizen.
Just a standard check-in. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just going to pat you down, but only on the back of your neck.
So yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, whatever Yash can do, he's quite willing to help.
All right. Well, you can do. This is your expert thing, right? So, reveal a hidden truth of the situation. So, something about the message that will help you decrypt it.
So something about the message, not necessarily the contents of the message.
Or the contents. I mean, it's up to you. So you could have already been able to translate some of it, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, we could say that I've been kind of working on it privately without permission, out of curiosity. Hidden truth of the situation. I would ask your help on this, Angel. I need something that might rock the boat a bit, perhaps.
What do you like?
Shakes our faith.
So, do you want me to come up with it, or?
Yeah, do it.
Actually, since it's going to be shocking for me, like for religion, I prefer if you will come up with it because it will be something external.
Okay, how about this? The first message was hostile in tone.
Okay.
Oh,
The emoticons.
I think I think there was 2 messages. There was one that was like welcoming, kind of like, and there was another one that was completely hostile.
And it's unclear what order they were received in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. You can see that.
Okay. So which one are you going to try and what's the word? Decrypt.
Decrypt. Which one will be more useful to us right now?
I mean, given the horrible events occurring, I feel like the more hostile one might be somewhat more illuminating.
All right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I get +1 forward acting on it as well.
Yes. So you could, if you want, spend, some time trying to decrypt that now, which might be a unearth forgotten law roll.
Okay.
Or possibly actually. So that's uncovering a landmark or practice of the past. There's also Unleash Power, which is using a weird device to do something. Actually, no. I think definitely we want Unearth Forgotten Law. That's what this is.
Forgotten law makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got +2 on this. Then that's 9.
Okay.
It's too late to spend Intel, right?
Yeah, that has to be spent before
you could
rolling.
assist. You could do.
Yeah, can you assist?
Yeah. What you get to say what he can do to assist Lawrence.
I suppose just kind of get me things that, get Yash books that he needs and make notes when required and just generally be an assistant for a little while.
Fair enough.
So, do I need to roll for something?
Yeah, give me a law roll.
Lore. Let me see. I think I wasn't that bad with that one. Actually, it's my worst one. -1. I think now is when I need to spend my Intel.
All right. Okay. Well, if you want to, you can.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I have 2 Intel. I'm going to spend 1, which gives me +1 forward, right?
Yes.
Something like that. And I'm going to say this is because of my contact with God back in the Transistor Tower. I gained some understanding of this information more profound.
Good stuff. You have an almost instinctive grasp of it.
Yeah. Despite not knowing anything, like any facts at all.
All right.
Okay, let's try it. Oh Christ.
Oh, that's not a good sound. That's not a good sound.
That's a 4.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Where is your god now?
So it's looking like that's staying at a 9 then.
No.
No? It's going to get worse?
It's gonna get worse.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so that's a 6. That's a 6 minus.
Yeah.
All right. So, what could this information have? Oh, right, yeah. I mean, you're all plugged into the network here, right? Basically, you've all got unrestricted... You've all got... Well, not unrestricted. You've got no barriers in place. Yeah, you're unprotected here, exactly.
We're riding bareback.
Yes. Ugh. So, you... Okay, so you're encrypting this message together, and you're running through it and sort of pushing it through the algorithms in the implants in your mind, sometimes breaking it down with pen and paper just to try and sort out ciphers there, that sort of thing. And it comes to a point where you understand a full section of it, a full bit, and you start thinking it through, and as soon as that full concept is in your mind, you feel quite a bit of pain, as you can almost feel that idea expanding in your mind, growing and overwriting everything that it can, and you realise that this isn't just a hostile message. Well, I mean, it is a hostile message, but not so much because of the intentions it's sending out, but more because the message itself is a weapon.
It's a virus.
Yes.
And we just
books don't do this. Just throwing that out there.
So you can either try and make a copy of the virus, make a copy of this, so you have the idea, or you can shut your mind down and prevent further harm.
Can both of us make that choice?
Yes.
Oh, I'm copying that. Like.
Yeah, I'm going to try and copy it as well.
All right.
What does this look like to me?
So, Draco, you were seeing these weird staticky figures appearing here and there. Then you saw like an aura start growing around the two of them, of sort of static, just sort of reaching out, and you can see wherever it touched one of those figures, that figure just sort of disappeared, just blinked out of existence.
I'm imagining it as the hands getting out from the TV on Poltergeist.
Yeah. It's like, this sort of aura growing around them that's sort of scrubbing them out of your perceptions.
Right.
But the two of you the two of you frantically try and write down this concept before it's too late. So, what's a good amount of harm to do you?
With a silent apology to Adriel's crazy religion, I'm going to turn my firewalls back on now.
All that static stuff just drops away. It's definitely weird shit. So I should probably tighten up how much harm, because right, there we go. High quality weapons or the Fool's monsters deal 3 harm. Sounds about right.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So both Vash and Adriel, you take 3 harm.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't have the harm slots in it. Eesh.
No.
Okay, to run through the... Let's see, I've got the servant one right here. So the harm slots for the servant are... Well, servant quick character, or any quick character actually, they're not any different, are drained, winded, hurt, which gives -1 to a particular stat, and mangled, which gives -1 to all stats, and dead.
Okay. So Yash is hurt then?
You have to mark 3 of those.
Oh, okay.
Is that weirdly mirrored, or is it okay?
No, that's fine.
I'll just drop it in the chat, eh?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Basically, if you've taken 3 harm, then
Yes.
there doesn't seem to be much choice to make. You take the 2 that don't do anything mechanically, and then the 1 that only gives you -1 to 1 stat,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, you could die if you wanted.
That would be fun.
I mean, that would trigger your
And
death
then we
move.
roll. Yeah. And then we roll for the resurrection move, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next version
Yeah,
maybe.
Actually, it would be kind of fitting if he died, actually, because I've just established this like fatherly academic. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah?
that'd be pretty good motivation. All right, he's dead.
All right. Okay.
He copies it out and then gives up the ghost.
All right. So your death move then is there.
Maybe you take some of my damage for you, like take extra damage.
No, that's not an option.
It's like no. Okay.
No.
Here's the death move. When you die, reveal the last step to your mission. If it's done, the mission succeeds. Can you explain that a bit more?
All right. So you're an agent.
Yep.
You've been selected for a particular mission. That mission was decrypting the message.
Yep.
So you can reveal the last step that needs to be done to finish that off. And if people do it, then your mission is complete.
Cool.
Any suggestions?
So the whole point of decrypting the message was so that you would have some sort of tool to use against the Prophet, right?
Yeah.
Right. So maybe you can reveal some way of, I'm not going to say weaponizing, but making this useful as a weapon.
So if we find a way to reverse engineer this code, repurpose it to fight the source, like it's linked to the server, to the server that is controlling this particular virus. If we kind of reverse that connection, we could make it attack the Prophet or whatever is controlling the Prophet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a particular kind of more solid thing that could be attached to it rather than just work it out.
Oh, maybe it's too deadly for a single mind to hold, but multiple minds networked together might be able to hold it safely.
Yeah, you can
And then affect
compartmentalize it.
whoever. If each mind holds only a fragment of it, then
I have an
when
idea.
someone tries to,
It's like the funniest joke on the
Yes.
sketch from Monty Python, the funniest joke in the history.
So I have an idea, that's good, but see how I feel about this. What if there are specific containment devices that can be used to that are used specifically in the task of weaponizing computer viruses and stuff, but they only have that kind of equipment at Camp Turgidson.
okay.
Whatever you prefer, really. I mean, yeah, it's your move.
No, let's go for the loads of brains one.
Okay.
You need to network together a shit ton of brains to a killer virus. It'd be good luck convincing them.
I like that. Whenever you put human life in the line, that's always more fun.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Cool. Also, will this count as triggering my Faith of the Fallen move?
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, you get a point for hold towards that.
Yep. Cool. Okay.
What does Yash's death look like?
Yeah.
Someone who's not plugged in and is just watching them. Does he just fall over, or is it more dramatic than that?
I'd say maybe he starts like bleeding out of the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and frothing, and eyes rolling in the top of the head, spasming, jerking around. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. My character is also bleeding. I also took that consequence, but much less. He is like bleeding out of his eyes, his ears, everywhere.
Oh, it's got stigmata.
Yeah.
Brain stigmata.
Yes, and bleeding out of all the implant sockets.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, especially.
Good stuff. All right.
But what does it look on the matrix?
Oh, I imagine that you see sort of Yash getting basically filled up with this static, just becoming overwritten with it until they're just a sort of grey blob. But you can just see in the centre of it those kind eyes, now frantic, and just sort of communicating you.
Eyes.
Yes. Filled with the colour of a dead TV channel. Sort of trying to urgently communicate with you this idea that you're just too small. If there were more of you, and if you could break this up between you, maybe you'd have a chance.
Yeah, really expressive eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe I just go, can't hold it too much.
Yeah, sounds good.
Something like that.
Something like that.
All right.
Yeah, and I scream, and I try to reach you, and I cannot, and and you die.
Lovely. Good death. I'm sure the gods will be proud. All right.
Good death.
And you can hear sort of screaming throughout this building as people catch the sort of overflow of Vash's death. Draco, some guy just... It looks like the guy just died.
Response. Right, I've seen this before. I know what a Matrix brain overwrite death looks like.
Yep.
We got a virus in the system, and it's my job as moderator to move to contain it. So I'm going to rip Yash out of any wires or anything he's connected to. I'm going to page or... No, I'm going to blow my Justicar horn.
Okay.
Some of the Justicars that are outside.
Yeah.
And everyone else in the room is just deafened.
Okay.
They'll come in and be like, brothers, we've got to do the rite of quarantining. These files, gesturing at Yash, like, these files have become infected. We've got to stop. Got to stop it before it can spread.
All right.
Start looking for anyone else who's been infected. I'll take his body outside and try and get it out of the Wi-Fi range.
Yeah, I'm very much also bleeding out of my sockets.
He's also bleeding.
What harm boxes have you checked?
Winded, fearful, and bleeding.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So, you barely had time to register, like, what's happened, Adriel, when just a whole troop of Justicars is in here, like, shoving devices into ports on Vash's body and running diagnostics and throwing sort of gauzy nets, which I guess are sort of Wi-Fi blocking.
Yeah.
The holy sandbox.
Yeah, that term and over him.
Yes.
I think I grab, when you get close, I grab you by the arm, and I look at you with like kind of crazy eyes, like
Very expressive eyes.
Yeah.
Crazy eyes.
I tell you, It's too much. I cannot hold it on my own. I need more people, more receptors to transport it, to use it.
Pretty virusy, Adriel.
Not for us, for the Prophet. We are going to use his weapon against him.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It's okay.
You sure you're thinking straight? You look pretty bleeding from the eyes and portsy. I hear that's bad.
I have never think more clear than now.
Aha.
And this is legal because it's not building a weapon of mass destruction. The weapon is already built. It's using it.
I know that sounds like a convincing argument to me. How about you, Draco?
I'm looking through my little pocket copy of the book. I mean, I think he's got me beat on this one.
Still using a virus. But by that logic, if you found a nuclear stockpile, you could use that.
I mean, if it's not in the EULA, if you're not proliferating nuclear...
I don't know. I think the scripture could be interpreted that way. And as a moderator, brother, I get to interpret this scripture.
Sounds like something that could cause a rift.
Well, the monastery doesn't know, don't hurt them. I'm a loose cannon, but I get results.
Damn it, McGonagall.
Great.
I don't need a partner.
Max Bane!
All right, so the two of you now know what you need to do to defeat the whatchamacallit? Prophet. Yes.
So as we're like dragging Yash's body outside in a Wi-Fi proof shroud and throwing it on the floor, set to get on fire. I'll purge the computer virus.
Yeah.
So Adriel, let me get this straight. You're saying we need to deliberately infect lots of people with a computer virus,
no,
and then get the Prophet to hook himself up to all of them?
Think of it as a vaccine. The people won't be infected by the virus. They will be merely the carriers of the virus, and they will infect the Prophet.
In each of them to harm them.
That's the idea.
So it's only a small virus, which is a misdemeanor at best.
But once we put everything together, once all those people connect, I'm hearing myself twice for some reason. Is that just me?
Yeah, I just had a little bit of an echo there, but
yeah,
I don't know what's going on there.
Once all those people connect to the Prophet, once the Prophet tries to assimilate those people, the virus will be released. It will be merged, and it will infect the Prophet, and it will destroy it.
And what will happen to everyone connected to the Prophet? I can't sign off on mass murder, Adriel.
You have been in wars before, right?
Yes.
This is a war.
Police actions, but yes.
This is a war. Sacrifices has to be made, including myself, if necessary. I will be one of the carriers too.
You'll have to make sure that everyone involved is consenting, that knows what they're doing.
Of course.
Right. I can probably make this okay.
I need better than probably.
Pardon?
I need better than probably.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see how it shakes out.
I need something better than that. And I'm willing to use a treaty.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh, no we didn't.
The studio audience.
I mean, we don't use them that much. You're supposed to use them.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make someone do something, then that's what they're for.
All right. Twist my arm.
So.
Right in the justice arm.
What's the name of the move? To use to convince someone?
That's calling a debt. But I mean, you just spend the point of treaty, and they have to do what you want.
I had to negotiate still the last time I spent the point of treaty.
That's true, but that was more to... Yeah, okay, so it's get them to back you up, fall into indecision, or protect something important.
Yes, that. All of that.
So you can resist, Ed, by spending one treaty on them, or rolling to hold together if you don't have any treaty on them. But...
No, I think I'm quite happy keeping my three treaty on the cultists.
Yeah, I thought so.
And I want to do this anyway, so...
Just looking for an excuse.
Yeah, but now you cannot...
There's so much justice that needs dispensing over there.
Yeah.
Justice is going to dispense itself.
Now it's a priority, and you cannot back down.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it looks too sketchy, I can always, intervene.
Yeah, at least this way you're, on board with the thing, so you'll have direct view on if it's...
Yeah, and we're actually making proactive efforts.
Yeah, and also I understand that maybe this is also... So it's not only you giving me help, but also to some degree your family.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to provide the physical component of this.
Most likely.
All right. Yeah, that's going to be quite important, actually, because as you're standing here, maybe it's in response to that particular burst of network activity or what have you, but you can see a flurry of activity around the Anastasios. Did I pronounce that right? Anastasios. Particularly around the upper levels. And if you pull out a telescope or what have you and look at it, you can see there's a small horde of flying drones just roosting up there.
Mm-hmm.
All with one of those tendrils attached to them.
Okay.
You reckon they were probably crop sprayer drones before or something? Certainly they all seem to have some sort of chemical thing underneath them.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Well, shit. Oh, I'm going to radio HQ and let them know... Well, I'm not going to let them know completely what's going on. I'll just let them know that we've got a plan and I'm working with friendly cultists who I've deputized to take action. I'll let them know when more information's available.
And it's all legal somehow.
Nothing seems illegal so far. I mean, I'm just not going to mention the legality or illegality of it. Why even open that can of worms? Figure that out later.